Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update.
You can't narrow it down. What you have to do, you have to just put your resume and then wait for the calls. Whichever calls you. I'm very honest here. It's not like that I can be very choosy. I only want either HUL or PNG or L'Oreal. मैं जिंदगी भर लगा रहा हूँ ये रोडीज का ऑडिशन थोड़ी है कि मैं 10 साल एक ही So you can't. You have to just get your best resume made. Howsoever beautification work you can do on your resume, you have to do it. Put it out there in the market, wherever you think you can put it out, just put it out. Wait for the calls to come and just then evaluate. Okay, this is the kind of calls that I am getting. Okay, so I am worth this much. So for example, if someone calls me, so if I'm getting a call, I will ask them what is the role. Then I will ask them what is the salary salary expectation. So they'll tell me, okay, this is the salary expectation, and then I'll ask them what kind of role are you looking, what kind of the profile, as in the qualities you are looking in this particular individual whom you are going to hire. So when they say, okay, I'm looking for this, that, this, so I will match. And then they will say, okay, I am this particular person will get, let's say, a random 50 lakhs of salary. 50 lakhs is a fixed salary. So I will evaluate, okay, yani meri worth 50 lakh ho gayi. That's how I do. So that is how you keep on evaluating between companies and then take a call. Matlab, you can't be choosy. At least till you get 8 to 10 years of experience, you can't get choosy. This is what I believe. Our biggest tool is what's there on your resume. What's the impact that you have made in your previous company. Howsoever short your stint was in the previous company, 2 years, 3 years, 1 year, but what was the impact that you were able to make in that organization? Nothing better than your record in the previous match. You get selected for the next match based on the performance in the previous match, right? That's how it happens everywhere, right? So if you are able to prove that in the last organization, even if I have stayed for 12 months, but these are the 3 big things that I achieved, which most of the people would not have been able to achieve even in 3 years. Yeah, you have proved it. Finding the right, so again, I don't switch just for the sake of switching, but otherwise, so it will obviously become very easy. But then again, you have to find at least something that, okay, this is the organization where I can picture myself for at least 3 years. That's how I take a call on switching. Easy as in all of you are going to get into good B schools and with certain skill sets that you will gain from MBA, plus inherently whatever qualities you have. I'm sure within 2 to 3 months, it's not difficult to find a job. Obviously, it's not like aaj when I decide that I have to switch and tomorrow I'll get a job. It's difficult for the first time, for sure. When I was trying to switch from Tata Motors to ICICI Bank, being a fresher with only 18 months of experience, it was not easy. And that is the time when you have to rely on other sources, etc. as well. But at this point of time, with close to 6+ years of experience, it's not that difficult. You are able to get that job. But obviously, you have to keep certain buffer time in hand, like 2 to 3 months. That's there. It always, because all these companies, it's a very, to take any industry, be it FMCG, be it e-commerce, be it any industry, there are not more than 10 to 15 good big players in that particular industry. So obviously when they're hiring you, they will take your feedback from someone or the other. Everyone knows everyone. They will take their feedback. I am sure Hotstar would have called PayTM and PayTM would have called someone in ICICI Bank and took my feedback as in how is Faiz, how is he when it comes to client, when it comes to superior, how is his work. So networking always helps. अगर वो मुझे जानते ही नहीं, then they will say either I don't know him or they will say यार ये तो मतलब loser है. So they can say anything. So यार मतलब एक repo बना के रखना it's very important. So as to get a good feedback.
Yeah, it's important how you are today also. So many of these guys are going to be in other schools, other companies. They're going to remember how they interacted with you today. So acha rapport and acha image banana important at all points of time. Be at your best, stuff like that. Be yourself, but still be at your best.
My point of view is someone who is giving me an interview call. Obviously, he has seen my resume. Obviously, he has seen that I have made, let's say, 3 or 4 switches. Even after that, if he is calling me. So he's calling me not there to reject me. Obviously, why will he waste his time in calling me there just to reject me? He would have called me. If he ever have called me, he has called me just to, he has called me to justify this thing and get selected. That's how I take it and go there and get selected. Because obviously, even if they ask this question, it doesn't make sense. You have shortlisted of millions of resume, of lakhs of resume. You have seen my resume. You have called me here, not just to tell me कि यार तुम बहुत switch करते हो, तुम्हें तो हम नहीं लेंगे. एटलीस्ट ऐसा होता नहीं है. But again, देखो, things are changing. There was a time when, yes, I think 5-7 साल पहले, maybe 7-8 years back, जब people have to stay in a company for 3 years, 4 years just to justify what they've been doing. Again, that's my personal point of view. I might, Ankit's point of view or someone else's point of view will be different from me. This is what I believe, as long as you're able to justify and prove your mettle in the organization where you are about to get hired, it doesn't matter as in how many switches you have made. These days, company hire with a thought process of at least this guy will stay with me for a period of 2 years. This is what they look at. Because after that, they will decide how you, where do they see you, and you will obviously evaluate where do you see yourself in that company. So now it's not the era of कि FMCG में गए अभी 4 साल रहना है, बैंकिंग में अभी 3 साल रहना है, बॉस से खुश हैं, दुखी हैं, रहना है. नहीं, it's not. Jobs these days are very easy. This is what I believe. मतलब कुछ नहीं है. Because आप you are free. You are a free bird. You can decide मतलब this thing is for me or not. मतलब ऐसा थोड़ी है कि MBA कॉलेज जब आगे तो 2 साल रहना ही है, ऐसा नहीं है. A lot of time it also depends on the listener who is on the other side of the table. At times I will be able to convince them. I'm not saying that I'll be able to convince them 10 out of 10 times. 5 out of 10 times I'll be able to convince them. But you have to be confident about what you're saying. You have to present it assertively. And you have to be confident how you're presenting your facts, your numbers, what value can you bring to the table rather than just saying global ज्ञान वो ना दे करके आपको कुछ facts बताने होंगे. Because if you am giving an interview, so supposedly if I'm giving a Hotstar interview, I will know about Hotstar, I'll know about their competition, I'll know what their objective for this particular year is because I will speak to someone who is already in Hotstar. Just giving you an example कि I know कि for example Hotstar is chasing this KPI this year कि उनको जैसे X crores of revenue करना है. So when I'm there in the interview, I'll tell them how I will add value in helping you achieve that particular thing. वरना तो वो गोविंदा वाला भी इंटरव्यू है ना, मेरे पास आत्म संकल्प है, दृढ़ निश्चय, ये this is not going to work. Obviously, you will have to give them something more than that. Global ज्ञान थोड़ी ना चलता है.
Thank you so much, Faiz. I think it's been a pleasure.